Beverage me.
What do you want?
I'll just get a do for now.
I'll have a do also for now. Should have got Baja Blast, bro.
Do they have that in the stores now?
I've seen it like a bunch. I think it's like the 20th anniversary or something of it.
Oh yeah, I saw. I think they're gonna have a Super Bowl commercial for it. I think.
Don't spoil it, bro.
I think.
Don't spoil anything about the big game.
What's her name? Like Aubrey Plaza.
Oh,
like tweeted something out, or I saw something. Where she's teased to be in the Super Bowl commercial for Baja Blast.
Oh.
I don't even know who that is. I know the name, but
yeah, it's like literally like 8 years since she's been relevant, like since Parks and Rec. And,
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people who are like, I know the name, but I couldn't like tell you anything about it other than like,
I know who she is.
I've heard the name.
But like she hasn't been really relevant.
Yeah, she's not popular.
No, not anymore.
It's funny because she doesn't care. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah. It's like her old shtick.
Yeah.
Look how little she cares. Mm-hmm. And she's attractive. She's in the halftime show?
No, she'll be in a commercial.
Oh, commercial.
Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
I like when there's always that person about the Super Bowls. I just like to watch for the commercials.
God, who cares?
I still have one of those hard Mountain Dew Baja Blasts in my fridge at work.
Damn.
Oh,
Saving it for
Drink them on a rough day.
saving it for like a promotion or something.
Yeah, special
retirement.
day.
Come into my office.
Yeah,
it's a 2014.
Yeah, crack open a Baja Blast hard Mountain Dew.
The cigar.
Yeah.
You're like pinned in the building. It's on fire.
It's like
fuck it.
I'm picturing like midnight after everyone's left. Like,
Crack one,
5 o'clock.
crack one open while cracking one off.
What is that movie called? Ferrari? Is it just called Ferrari?
Yes.
I think so.
I want to see how it did.
I was somewhat interested just because it's directed by Michael Mann.
7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds about right. I feel like every movie these days is like 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
6.5.
Now, whenever I hear a rating, though, I just picture the rating in Shane Gillis's voice when he's like, "I'll give it a 4.5."
4.5.
Yeah,
Yeah, this looks dumb.
I've been depressed.
I'm not even going to see it. I don't even think I'd watch it for free.
No.
Because it's obviously not going to be about cars at all.
Do you know what's weird is like when you, like as I do, like almost everything I do is related to cars. So like a lot of times in my free time, I'm not like, I just want to sit down and watch that car movie.
You mean you don't do that?
Not really. I mean, like I will sometimes. Like I'll watch like a race or something, but I'm never like, oh god, I cannot wait to watch that. Like
You just want to pop in Rush. Wasn't that the name of that movie?
I mean, Rush is fine, but it's not, you're not like, oh my god, I just want to
staring
watch
at cars all day. Go watch some bad Ferrari movie.
Oh, it's about
with Adam
cars.
Driver.
It's about cars, so I like it.
Adam Driver's so passionate.
Mm-hmm.
What was the movie that I don't know if we've talked about this before, but the movie your dad saw, or like with it was like the dog.
Oh, that like
it's like a racing movie, but like from the point of view of a dog. And like your dad didn't know that going in.
It's like the art of racing in the rain.
Something like
it came
that.
out like 5-6 years ago. Something like that.
I just remember like I think your mom wanted
It's
to
like
see it.
I think it's like a totally like womanly.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
movie,
and like she dragged your dad to it, and he was like, "Oh, it looks good." And
It's about cars.
Like probably 5 minutes in, he was like, "Oh shit!"
Doesn't that have Dr. McDreamy in it or something?
Is that his name?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
like he
whatever
plays
his
like
name
Sylvester
Dempsey.
Stallone's son in
Patrick
like
something.
in like a Rocky movie.
Patrick
he?
Dempsey.
Does
He's
he?
in Ferrari too. I'm looking
Is
at
he?
the cast.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
You-
no,
Just get all the car guys.
you know.
together.
Yeah.
no, the
Throw
main
a car
character
guy.
though. What's his name?
Jay Leno is like
Jay
Ferrari's
Leno's-
cousin.
Jay Leno is the Lamborghini guy. I mean, I just feel like it's not going to do any of that. It's just going to be this like drama about the Enzo Ferrari that no one fucking cares about. I don't know. Maybe it's good.
Damn, apparently Kevin Costner plays Enzo in that Racing in the Rain movie.
Enzo Ferrari.
It just says Enzo.
That's probably just like that's something that like people do. Like I like cars, so like name my kid Enzo or something.
And, yeah, Enzo is probably common in Italy. It's like John.
Yeah,
Just a bunch of little Enzos running around.
probably.
I'm Enzo P.
Enzo,
Yeah.
get in here.
Which Enzo are you talking about?
cold. Yeah.
Are you talking to me, Mama?
3 kids turn around. Enzo Ferrari, get in here.
My brother also named Enzo.
Which Enzo?
You don't let me play. I'm gonna make a sports car. I'll show you. Maybe it is good. I'm kind of wanting.
Yeah. Do a commentary.
It's not gonna live up to.
Wait, is that recording?
Oh no, it's not.
Do you think anyone's actually watching? Like, hey, where's the video?
Just unplug it, and then
Is that one of the cats you're fostering?
No, we don't have any Fosters right now.
Oh, you know, that's a legit
Damn. Arola household cat.
Oliver Arola.
Oliver Arola. We call him Oliver Jones.
I would
for some reason.
I would call him Enzo.
I don't know if his middle name is Jones or maybe his just last name's Jones. I don't know.
It's hyphenated.
He's got a kidney disease.
Oh,
We have to you'll see. We have to give him like IV fluids like every other day.
you have to like jam it into him.
Jam it into his back.
It's pretty fun. Does he cooperate?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Oh, that's
It's pretty chill.
Really?
Yeah.
That's always kind of a bummer to me is when a cat takes maintenance. Like part of the appeal to me is they don't
Right, exactly.
they don't need anything.
Yeah.
At that point, you just
And
throw
like
him
we've already
outside.
had him for like over a year, so it's like we're already stuck with
Yeah.
him. We
I mean,
can't
it's fine.
can't
You
just be
know,
like, well,
it's kind of whatever.
Pull the
Right.
plug.
I mean, you could always just stop and then just
Yeah.
let him slowly die a painful death, I guess.
My roommate's cat is like starting to get old.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man, it's gonna start. It's like an old car. It's
Yeah,
so funny.
you just wait.
It's like, oh,
ticking
boy.
time bomb.
Yeah. It's like he's still fine, but it's like,
Right, yeah.
how long?
Slowing
Yeah.
down.
Hopefully you move out by then
How
before it
long?
happens.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean up his messes.
Yeah.
He's fine. He hasn't done anything yet, but
Yet. is
he
the
just
key.
like pukes. I didn't realize how much cats just like puke.
Yeah, it's normal.
They're just like always like
Yeah.
eating and vomiting.
And then like immediately they just go back to normal after they.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like they're sick.
Yeah.
No.
So let me just
They
get this
just
up.
he eats the grass outside
Uh-huh.
and immediately vomits. Yeah, and it's like a daily thing.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
one of our old cats did that too. Like,
Yeah.
They just and he knows it's the grass. That's
Yeah, it's
making
like,
him vomit.
dude, the grass.
I thought they do that on purpose to like. Do they do it to like clear out?
Oh,
their-
maybe.
I thought you.
Well, there's like something about
I
eating
thought they
grass
like
where-
eat roughage, but not. I didn't think the second half was, and then they puke.
I know it's to do something, but I don't know if
Yeah, he like I'll watch him. He'll go out there and he'll just start like munching grass, and then he's like, "They
Ooh,
you ever seen a cat
Yeah,
vomit?"
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
It's like
The-
trying to air up a tire.
The other day, our cat started doing that, and he was on like the island in the kitchen.
Yeah.
and he was like kind of near some like papers. So I just like kind of moved him in towards
as
the
he
sink.
was as the pump was
Yeah.
priming.
yeah. And he just like went right into the sink. It was
Yeah.
pretty sweet. I was like, oh, I can just
Yeah,
wash
give him
this
some-
down the
Give
drain.
him some treats.
Turn on the garbage disposal.
yeah.
Yeah.
If only you could just train him to do that.
I know.
Yeah. When he used to like, he'd start on the carpet and I'd like chase him onto the
Yeah,
hardwood.
yeah. Get on tile.
Like mid,
not on the carpet.
mid pump,
Yeah.
just kind of like shuffling him as he's
Or like on your blanket or something.
getting ready to puke. Yeah. I don't even let him in my
I wish
room
humans
anymore.
had that kind of like priming thing that
Yeah.
would like avoid a lot of messes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kids kind of throw up all the time, but I just don't. Like, they're just always puking. Milo
Yeah.
threw up in the hallway. It's like, why? He's lived with him like 2 years.
Just
He's thrown up,
marking
like,
his territory.
30 times. Yeah, it's like, it's crazy.
Just a sign of affection, probably.
The only
Yeah.
downside.
Yeah, you can hear it from across the house.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's puking. Where?
I know that sound.
Yeah, someone's got to clean that up.
He's priming.
Yeah. Okay, so I think last time we talked about me like fantasizing about buying cars by watching videos and stuff.
And then
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah, and then moving on. Which
Guessing
is,
that's still normal.
yeah, it has not changed.
Mm-hmm.
I think I really, I don't know. It's really hard to buy something because not buying something is also really not.
Yeah.
It's not which car do I buy. It's do I buy a car or not. But anyways, I keep watching Integra Type S videos.
New one, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, which is cool. There is undeniably something less cool about that car than the Civic.
Yeah.
Even though it's like,
Because it's an Acura.
I don't know what it is. Like I just look at it and I'm just like, yeah, it's not as cool. But apparently it just drives like identical.
Right.
It's literally like the same car
Yeah.
with like a nicer interior or whatever. But I was kind of thinking the RSX Type S is very similar car.
Yeah.
Like when they're kind of talking about like, what is this? Is this going to be a Type R? Like, what's it like? It's very similar to what the RSX Type S was, because it's kind of like, like sort of nice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like sporty.
I think the only difference is
thing.
that the Type S was just like a slightly like watered down version of the Type R that they never
brought
offered.
here, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
There's
it's like almost identical, right?
I mean, I think
It's
the
like
engine's a
same
little
engine
bit different. I think
was.
it's like 20 horsepower difference or something.
versus the whatever.
Like the JDM DC5.
Yeah, the actual Type
one
R.
I didn't even get.
Yeah.
Does RSX Type S have limited slip? I think it does. Doesn't it?
No, I don't think it did.
That
was its biggest.
Yeah, that's probably the big.
And then the Civic got it.
Yeah.
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 Those Civics are weird. The K series Civics.
Which,
like
the EP?
just what is that?
Not like hatchback one.
No, after that. The kind of
the ninth gen.
Yeah, the kind of like 2 or 3 generations
The FG
that got
one.
it.
Or, I didn't say something. I forget the exact
Well, you'd think they're gonna like be sought after.
If they're like remarkably clean, they probably will.
Well, I think it's a little too soon too.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, like when I see them, I'm just like, that sucks. You have to drive that. You know, it's
Yeah.
like they're not
Yeah.
like, cool yet.
Those like quickly caught on among the like people that couldn't afford like a WRX or
Who?
something.
Who did it catch on quickly among? Yeah, it's just I just don't know. Like certain cars, you think. I hate to look at this from like investing,
Mhm.
but you kind of just look at it like,
What's best for my
is
portfolio?
that- yeah, what should I acquire and try to corner the market on? But I just don't know if they're ever going to be like
Where should I store my liquidity?
cool. Yeah. Because the 90s stuff already is
Yeah.
objectively like lamer as the 90s Civic was. Like those are so iconic.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's like a age thing. I think it's just like that kind of
Just a good era.
that like kicked off so much stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just don't know. Despite having the kind of Chevy 350 of 4 cylinders and limited slip and stuff, I just don't know like if those are ever going to go anywhere.
Yeah. At some point they probably will, but I don't know about like super. I don't think people don't really have like the fuzzies for those cars that they do for the older ones.
Yeah, I continue to be pissed off about people commenting on the future value of cars.
Yeah. These.
Put this away.
Mhm.
And the crazy one is the final. I don't know if it's called a demon or what. It was like the last.
Super stock or whatever.
It's like a
Pro
1,000
stock.
horsepower
Yeah.
or something.
Challenger?
It's a Challenger. It's
Yeah.
called a something 170, maybe a Demon 170.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. There's too many
The SRT
variations of that
Daytona.
thing.
They made like 3,000
The
of them.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, like there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was like quite expensive. It's well into the six
Is it the
figures.
jailbreak? Or is it
No,
even
that's
higher
just
than
like that's just like the regular last one you can get.
Mm.
You check the like jailbreak option and it's like more. This is like literally 1,000 horsepower.
Damn.
It was, yeah. And so they made a bunch of them and they're selling for like 200 grand on Bring It. Obviously with like 3 miles on it.
That's like, so it's like almost, it's like what, 50 grand more than they were new or something?
Yeah, I
Probably.
think I'm going to say it's like low hundreds.
Yeah.
New. So immediately they're like worth more.
Right.
Even though they made a ton. There's like 3,000
Oh,
of
right.
them
So,
or something.
yeah. So it's not like actually super rare.
Yeah, yeah. It's not, but for whatever, people like it. It's fine.
Right.
That part doesn't frustrate me. What frustrates me is people, even at 200 grand in the comments, being like,
Such
hold
a good
on to
deal.
this
Wait.
Yeah, yeah.
for
Yeah.
give it 10 years and this thing will be worth $1 million or something. It's like, no fucking way.
It's a fucking Dodge.
And it looks like the same. They're
As
like
every other one, yeah.
The eye has a jewel in it, and that's how you know it has 1,000 horsepower. It's
I
like,
think
that thing can't even put 600 horsepower down.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what bothers me about not just that car, but like any of those cars where it's kind of like designed to be like that.
Yeah.
It's like all the
Designed to be collected.
Yeah, it's like the really valuable stuff was never really like that. Like that probably what didn't really become a thing until like 2010 or something. Or
Yeah,
like
those cars,
2005.
the cars now are like ironically what they were
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
60s. Like, we put the crazy motor in. It's
Yeah,
like,
because like a whatever, like a Boss 429 Mustang or something. It wasn't like we're only making like
Yeah.
100 of these.
It was just like, yeah, sure, we'll put it
it was
in
just
there.
like 60
Yeah.
people wanted it, and that's how many we
Yeah.
sold. Yeah.
And it's not hard for we're not going to engineer anything. we're just,
Drop it in there.
We're just going to like put it in there.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then that's why they're popular because it's like, oh my god, someone actually.
And there's
ordered
even
it
like
that
there's even
way.
like the Copo stuff, like the GM stuff. It was like you had to go through this like special office, and you could order like get a
How do those
427.
work? Do they? You can drive them on the street.
I think you could, but it was like
They were not like offered.
right. It was like you had to like take some kind of like back
Yeah,
some
you had
like
to, like,
side
know
routes,
someone.
but it was like I still don't think it was never like we're only selling these to like
No.
elites. It was just like no, if you really want this like crazy weird car, we'll make
Yeah.
it for you.
Well, I bet like when was the first moment where a car went up in value. You know, it probably wasn't until like
1981.
yeah, I mean, it was probably like
yeah.
80 years into the automobile.
Yeah.
Like until that point.
That's a good
like,
point. Yeah.
Just like, no, none of this shit goes up in value.
Yeah, especially if you look at like like back in the day, like Road and Track and Car and Driver had like classified ads in the back.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Like 1972, it'll be like 63 vet, like
yeah,
split window, fuel injected, like $3,500. Like,
Right.
Trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bygone era. Now everything's fucking collectible.
Yeah. Well, it's like designed to be collectible.
I don't even, not even that, man. The fucking
Oh, yeah,
Vision
yeah.
Pro came out.
Oh,
People
yeah.
were like, put one of these in your closet.
First gen.
It's like, really? Fucking electronics?
What is like is a first gen iPhone worth anything?
No.
I think it actually might be
Is it?
packaged.
It's like
They're
no.
not.
It's only things that are worth things are like prototypes that weren't
like
actually
a
released.
truly-
Yeah, like
So if you have like a Gen 1 iPhone,
I have
in
one.
like perfect working condition.
I have like you've seen it. Like I have,
No.
I have that
Yeah,
frame
no.
that has
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
first
Right,
five
right, right,
generations
right.
of
I think
iPhones
it'd have
in
to
it.
be like in plastic to be worth more than MSRP.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it has to be like sealed maybe.
I saw somebody,
but even still, not much.
But that's what they're saying. Like, buy this
Yeah.
$3,000
And
thing.
then, yeah, never open
and
it.
Don't open it
There's
for
no-
20 years.
you're never gonna have another chance to buy the first one. Yeah.
Like, stop. I mean, it just COVID like turbocharged
Oh,
that
yeah.
mindset.
Yeah.
Of like where to put your money
Yeah.
to maximize your fucking whatever.
Can you get back 12% on this?
yeah.
do
What kind
it.
of investment returns? Yeah. Anyways, Type S, kind of want one, but all roads kind of lead back to Model 3.
yeah.
It's kind of hard.
They're
to,
they're so fucking cheap.
yeah, they're really cheap. And PG&E, because now I'm in school and I'm like poverty level,
Oh yeah.
I qualify for, I think it's $4,000 rebate on a used
Yeah.
EV.
I think it has to be like, what is it? Below 25 grand?
No,
or
that's
something?
for
Oh,
the
right.
federal one.
Oh,
This
that's
is
right.
through
Oh,
PG&E.
that's right. That's right. That's
that would
right.
be insane also.
Both.
Yeah, but
Stacking
nothing.
them.
Oh man, actually, maybe I could. I don't know. We'll
What is
see.
it? So PG&E, if your income to debt or your income's at a certain ratio.
Yeah, and some I don't know, whatever it is, but mine is.
You should just buy
it's
mine.
$4,000. Yeah,
No, let's go buy another.
yeah. Or you buy a new one and then I buy it off you in like 12 miles. So we get the.
There we go. Yeah.
It's you can. They still have them in stock, like a couple of them.
What do you mean?
Tesla does.
Which
On the website. you mean?
Yeah, like a new performance.
Oh, like the pre-refresh. Yeah.
the pre-refresh one
yeah.
performance, and so it's like 52 or 53,000 depending on the color.
Yeah.
Marked down to like 46,
Right.
and that's before
Yeah.
the $7,500.
So it's like
Tax
39.
Yeah.
Which is just like there's nothing.
No.
There's nothing that even remotely.
Yeah. Especially if it's something you're gonna like drive. If you're buying something you need to like. If you
just need a box.
Well, like if you want something
move
that's
your
like
family
yeah,
around.
yeah, and you're gonna do a lot of like mundane driving tasks.
Yeah, it's funny because people were like, "Did you see the Model Y is the best-selling car in the world
Oh, yeah.
by like 500,000 units over the Corolla."
Yeah.
And it's sweet too because they're like Toyota Corolla, and then the graphic I saw was like including the other models because it's not called a Corolla everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
And so you get to see like what it's called in China and stuff like that, like because you never
The
like,
Toyota Dreamer.
yeah,
Yeah.
forget what. Let me see here. Toyota Corolla includes Toyota 11. I guess that's not that weird. And the Ling Shang.
Yeah.
Oh, Ling Chang.
It's like, yeah, 200,000 more
Damn.
Tesla Model Ys than a RAV4. But I think so much of that has to do with the rebate from the federal
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's like a Model Y is like mid 30,000.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you cannot.
No.
No other car compares to
Yeah,
that.
it's like
In that price
It,
range.
literally,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
literally is like Corolla priced. Like
Yeah,
you have to
Yeah,
factor in
it
the
should.
other
They
stuff.
should have sold more than this. like
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
being this much is not like it's. I still think that anybody who's not buying one of these hasn't driven one, or they truly just live in an apartment and it won't
Yeah,
work.
they just
or
have like
something.
zero use case.
But it's like you have to. I mean, I am admittedly a fanboy, but like you really just have to drive one to go, oh, this is like all I need
Yeah,
for a car.
and
Yeah,
again, like it's not even really specifically because it's electric.
No, it's just driving device.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and it's, but not, I mean, they are kind of limited. I wouldn't say soulless, but they're enjoyable.
Right.
Soulless.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's kind of like an iPhone. It doesn't have soul.
yeah,
like,
but it's
still,
great to
right.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like it solves the problem. Anyways, now it's hard for me to want a gas powered car. But then again, it's hard for me to want a Tesla too, because I'm literally driving a free car.
Right.
The Camry is literally free.
It's paid for itself.
Yeah, there's no spreadsheet I can make where it's like, well, but the gas, it's like, nope, that thing is 40 miles per gallon.
Once people see you roll up in a Tesla, they'll be like, oh, did you get a Tesla?
It basically has to just be, this will make me like feel more successful as a person. Like that's pretty much what you're paying for, is like, oh, this will like, and it's fun to drive and whatever, but really you're spending like 20 to 30 grand more than you need to without any justifiable anything. There's no savings. The insurance will go up. It's mostly just like, do you want to like project some wealth?
I just wonder like what the value of those things is going to be. Like mine, like it's dropped like a decent, even since we bought it used, like after they did like the first big price drop. I just wonder, like, are they going to just like hit a floor or something? Like,
I think so.
Like, there's no way they're going to be like 10 grand.
I think
probably not that cheap.
I think, but I don't think it'll be too far off from a gas powered car, because a gas powered car with 200,000 miles
is not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Well, that's the other thing. You know, there's a thing where like Hertz sold all those cars.
Unloaded
a couple
them
months ago.
Yeah.
And it was like, Hertz is dumping. It's like, all these cars have like 80,000 miles.
Yeah,
like,
they were done with them. No,
like,
the bigger news there was that they weren't repurchasing them.
Right.
But it was time for them to sell them.
Right,
They weren't like,
it wasn't like, oh shit, we got to get rid of these things.
Yeah, I think they'll be back.
Yeah.
I mean, but on the other hand, I can't fucking imagine renting an EV.
No.
I know. I remember we talked about
business
this.
trip.
I could see like having it as like a small option.
Even just around town, like when the Jeep was in the shop the whole time, like my local Jeep dealership like rarely had a loaner or a rental to give me, so I had to like rent a car, and there's literally a Hertz like across the street, and then Jeep corporate would reimburse me for it. So I spent a few times like waiting in lines at things at Hertz, and multiple times someone would like come in and they had an EV and they were like, how do I lock the door?
Yeah.
How do I like where do I charge this thing?
Yeah.
And it's I assume a big part, I mean, I guess people know, but anyways, Hertz bought a bunch of Teslas,
right?
Then they sold them, and now they're not rebuying them.
Well, not just Teslas, like the Hyundais and the
I think they are buying other EV. I think it was like specific. They're like, we're not buying. I mean, I don't know what it is, but anyways, so much of it is because it's fucking Hertz. They didn't like adjust their whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, they just sort of like added them.
Here we go.
Yeah. Tesla, which is already like pretty weird.
Right.
Like it's intuitive, but it's very different.
Yeah.
Like I tried to get people to drive it when I was borrowing one. They were like afraid. Like, no, I don't want. Yeah. It's like, it's weird. Anyways, I probably will end up getting one.
Damn, Tessie.
Yeah, I have to park it outside.
It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good, because you can like pre-warm it, pre-cool it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good car for that. But it also makes me want to get like a even cheaper one. Because I was looking at like 1 year old kind of thing. It's like, nah, I should probably aim for like the $20,000 range.
Yeah,
drive it down to like $12,000.
I'm pretty sure mine is worth like 28 or something. Right?
But didn't you buy it for like
you bought
30?
it for like 35, right?
Something like that. Yeah. It was like
mid 30s.
Yeah.
But those are weird because there's like the cheapest one you can find is like 22 or something. Like they don't really get that cheap.
Yeah, I guess they hit a point.
Like the market is all fucked up, and then the like performance one, it will be like 30. Like like it's kind of like the C5.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you should just go for the higher end,
right?
Because people are sort of pricing these wrong. And it's funny too. I'll look at the ad, and it'll be like, it's a dealership, so they don't really know. But they'll show like, oh, the options list. There's like a screen in the menu that kind of shows like, here's what the car's
the mileage and stuff.
And whether or not it has the like $12,000
mine has that.
It'll be like no effect on the price.
Yeah, right. I'm hoping to get like an extra 6,000.
Yeah, like no effect on the price. Yeah, it's pretty wild. And then you have people who are selling them, who have listed them personally, and they're listed for like 50 grand or something.
Come on.
Yeah, like they paid 65 for whatever reason.
Right.
And it's like, dude, you're off by like 30%.
That would suck if you had like bought one like brand new, like 2021.
Well, plenty of people got screwed.
Yeah,
plenty of people got screwed. So my friend who bought, 5 years ago now, we had a performance one that we like talked about.
His is like an 18 or something, right?
It's got to be one of the first
yeah.
performances off the line. He's trading it in for a new one, which is I think it's kind of neat.
Just a dual motor,
just the long range. I was like, oh, you're not going to wait for the performance? He's like, nah, I don't care.
Yeah,
it's like my hooning days.
Really, you should just buy his.
He's all about lucid.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll just buy his. But his, it's like,
how many miles are on his?
I don't know. I should ask.
Probably like 50.
Probably something like that. I need to ask him like, what is the battery's full?
Supposedly,
range.
I think the batteries are pretty good. I mean, like,
I think they're
pretty good in terms of like holding up.
Yeah. I think like, okay, like if his is worth like 20,
because
can I spend 30 and get like a 5-year newer one?
Yeah,
with a bunch of added shit.
Yeah.
Like they're constantly changing these things.
Doesn't he have like the like free charging like built in? Like,
I think that was only on like the Model S, like the early.
like the very early ones. I thought it was on his too.
I don't think a 3
I don't know.
came with supercharging.
Yeah, I should ask. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Whatever he sells it to me for minus 4,000.
Yeah.
I guess I should just ask what the max.
Just tell me you'll give him whatever trade-in is, because obviously trade-in value, they're just going to resell it for like a profit.
That's what he said. He's like, I'm just going to trade it in.
Yeah.
But
CarMax.
Yeah, he also has a Sapphire. He has a
Lucid
Sapphire, which he, in his words, is like the best car he's ever driven.
Like he doesn't really drive it that
I was
much.
like, well, so why don't you take? He's like, I only take it on long trips.
It's too special.
I don't think it's that. It's just like you just can't beat a 3 for like I got to go to the store.
Yeah,
like I just need to. I think because it's smaller too, it's easier to park.
The Air is pretty big.
It's a bigger car, and it's more comfortable and whatever. It's just kind of interesting. Like in my mind, it's like it's an EV. There's no like tax for driving it or whatever. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe that'd be like a nice. It's been garaged, so
damn.
Yeah, there is that.
Good color too.
Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of like pissing me off the other day. I was driving back from Reno.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've done that drive on the
80.
80.
Yeah,
like Donner Pass.
Yeah.
Like, which is really
site of historic cannibalism.
It's really, that'd be funny if they had like a pull off.
Yeah. Get some beef jerky or something.
Donner Cafe.
Yeah, this is where there's like a burrito named after.
It's like made from pork, but it's kind of got like novelty.
It's like tongue in cheek.
I was thinking it was like jerky.
People died. Anyways, it's this pass that goes from like seafloor in the California Valley up through the Sierras and then into Reno, which is in Nevada on the other side. It's like I think the peak is like 7,000 miles, and then Reno's like 4,000 miles.
Feet.
Yeah. Sorry. Elevation. And so it's really not that bad of a drive if it's dry. But through the winter.
It can close.
Yeah,
or you need chains.
It can get sketchy like really fast and like whatever. And
you were in the Camry?
I was in the Camry, which is not amazing.
California, I guess people that aren't from California, like it's kind of weird. Like winter here is basically like it's nice. It's like today it'll be like 61 degrees and nice, like, or there can be just like a storm. Yeah, and it doesn't really get like super cold, but it'll just like rain like a shitload.
That's kind of a recent thing that we've been getting a bunch of rain, but winter here is like you don't need to know anything about anything. It's just like it's raining. There's no like day you can't drive.
Like bad winter weather is just like a big rainstorm.
Yeah, it's just never, unless there's some historic like flood in your town.
Yeah.
It's just never an issue.
Which happens in like LA.
Totally.
San Diego.
The thing is, like, it doesn't take a ton of rain.
Yeah, they're not built for rain, so they don't have the runoff. And
I'm just saying there's no like, it's just like inconvenient. Yeah, and it sucks that it's cold.
You're never going to be like stuck in your house.
Yeah, you're never like shoveling sno off. Right. It never snows. It literally does not snow.
In the Sierras.
Really high elevations.
Yeah, around where we are.
Not where like the population's.
Right.
So anyways, I'm driving back And it's one of those things where it's like next 6 miles, next 6 miles, like 8% grade kind of thing. Like, that kind of stuff.
Going down, you mean?
Yeah, down or up or whatever. Yeah. It's a bunch of elevation change.
Yeah.
And the Camry is really nice. I think Priuses do this too.
The regenerative.
It's park, reverse, neutral drive, and then B.
Yeah.
And B mode is just, it's a CVT, but it's just like put it engine brake. So it's just like full regen and use the engine to brake. So it's a really nice.
Pretty sure all hybrids have that.
Do they? Okay. I
mean the Jeep has like a button you push to turn on like max regen.
Okay.
Christina's CRV hybrid. It has paddles in the shifter, but that's for the regen. It's not actually for shifting because there is no transmission. So it's like when you're going downhill, you just like click the paddle, and there's like 3 different levels of regen you can do.
Can it hold you pretty well?
Yeah, it can slow you down, like
down a hill.
Yeah, like you're decreasing in speed, and then you have to like go down a level. To, like,
so I actually really like it because as shitty as that car is, it's very good in that situation.
Yeah, it's so nice.
B mode, like B. I don't use my brakes at all. Not everyone is like that, It's like people like checking their brakes.
Yeah,
but I had this experience where I'm coming down from the summit. Going downhill and there's traffic. It was like slow traffic in 2 lanes, but like down a 6% grade. And I was just like, how is this like
I lost it?
Just let go.
Just don't brake. Yeah.
How are we backed up?
Unless there's big rigs. Were there big rigs?
There were, but those weren't the ones that were like
causing it.
It was just like weird. Traffic's just so fucking annoying. You can just like see it happening.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, oh, here comes a wave of people slamming on their brakes.
Do you know what's crazy on the Grapevine? I don't know if 80 is like that, but like on the Grapevine, it's like you people that just like don't use cruise control. So they're like, it's like flat, and they go up like, okay, I'm gonna like.
They go up a hill and lose like 30 miles.
It's like, okay, I'm going 60, and then like you get to the summit, and they'll just pass you going like 90. Whoa, I don't know what to do. Like the road's going downhill.
Like the car's like at a 45 degree angle, they'll be like, trying to navigate a turn.
There's like Chrysler Pacifica, just like not like 90.
Hammered.
It's like I don't know. Like
what am I supposed to do?
It just set me up to 90. I don't know. Like
that's how it goes. Yeah.
And then it flattens out, and then they're going like 70 again. Like, that's how you drive.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's why I remember I was saying like cruise control fucks with people. Hills are where it fucks with people.
Oh yeah.
Because hills are totally counter to how most people drive their cars.
Yeah.
Like it will maintain the speed immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
Where I don't know what it is. I'm just sort of lazy. Like I'll just kind of like, I'll let it.
You'll let it drop a little bit.
Yeah. I'm like, I do too. It's like, free speed.
Yeah.
A little boost.
We'll get up to a little bit. Yeah. Where cruise control will just like, it's totally opposite.
Cruise control hates going down big grades.
Yeah. Cruise control gets fucked up.
Yeah.
A real primitive cruise controller. Like it doesn't know. I mean, maybe they're better now with the like, so much of the driver assist, but you'll be going around a turn and it's still trying to accelerate because it's trying to like get the speed back up. You're like going, it's like stop.
Not yet.
It's like kicking the tail out. Something. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, the thing that I hate about like the radar, it's like it works good, but it just like it works good if you want to drive like a complete like puss, basically. Like it always leaves enough room for another.
The gap.
To go
even
in front of
even
you.
the lowest setting.
Yeah. So
it's like 2 car lengths.
Yeah, so you'll be driving. It's like, well, like this guy's gonna pull in front of me unless I like turn cruise control out. It's like there's gonna be constantly people. It's like it always leaves enough space for like a dickhead to like safely go in front.
I've been watching the latest self-driving thing from Tesla, and what they changed recently, instead of being like programmed to figure it out, it's just using a million different clips of drivers
of you or just of
anyone.
Of anyone.
They're just training it based on like people instead of like programming it, and it's getting way more like human, like
because I thought it was some sort of like legal thing, like it has to leave it has to leave enough room where like if it needed to like come to a complete stop like immediately.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Maybe like stop signs have to be stopped at kind of.
Why I just mean like it has to like assume like say you're saying I want to go 70 miles an hour and this like truck in front of you like stops
like needs to slam on its brakes.
Like a stopped vehicle appears like can it stop your car?
It's like
in that amount of time. That's I'm not sure.
I think we will just get to the point pretty soon where because it should never feel like this isn't quite how I would do it.
Yeah,
like that's the worst feeling
because it still feels like that. Right?
Yeah, where you're sitting there going like, fucking.
Like I would be going. I would not let this guy that's coming up on my right like get in front of me.
My god, I was traffic for whatever fucking reason was backed up super bad one morning. I was trying to get to school. And it took me like a half hour just to like get to the freeway kind of thing. And so it's this thing where it's like traffic is backed up down the on-ramp and it's metered. So it's like one car at a time. Kind of thing. So I, like a good Samaritan, wait in line for like 15 minutes or something. Christ. I mean, it's like, it's backed up.
It's a real shit show.
And we get finally kind of to the front and this van pulls up next to me and I'm kind of like, oh, he needs to go straight. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And then as we start to move, he starts to cut in. Like, right, it's just like, you motherfucker. Yeah. Like,
well, I don't know. I don't know.
No, it wasn't even that. He knew what he was doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I just like, I was kind of in the mindset of like, just hit me. I don't.
Yeah. Just drive it. I'm driving a Camry.
Yeah. And so we just kind of like followed each other because I wouldn't really let him in.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like going for it.
Yeah.
And I kind of just like didn't. And he finally got behind me. But even that.
And I like how in that situation, he's probably mad at you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Not letting me in.
I'm sure he went home just like that asshole.
Yeah. Didn't let me in.
Like no concept of like I pissed off.
Right. I purposely tried to cut in.
This is different from, I used to be of the mindset where it's like 3 lanes down to 2.
Yeah.
And I'd get mad at the people who stay
in that lane.
Third one. And then I started realizing like, there's nothing like fucking do it. Go merge at the end when it makes you like that part's fine. This is more, you're in a line for the thing. And someone,
you're going into like a different lane that goes.
I can't believe that's not illegal. Like it's so annoying that it's not illegal. Yeah. Because you'll see people do it. And it's just like, dude, everyone hates you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like everybody out here is pissed off.
Right.
And they're already mad because they're sitting in a line, which they shouldn't be. It's like the worst.
Yeah.
It's like the worst fucking thing. This was cracking me up the other day. Speaking of Tesla and the crazy,
we haven't talked enough about Tesla.
The crazy tablet with the speedometer. Remember what a big deal that was? You had to look to the right for the speedometer. It's just like endless.
Lord, take my eyes off the road.
Yeah, now everyone's doing this stupid tablet. But anyways, this whole like I get it. The physical, like I need a volume knob or like there's no physical controls or whatever.
Yeah.
Like anytime a car comes out and they've like turned the HVAC into a touch screen, they're just like, like nope,
it's over.
That's a non-starter for me. Which like I'm not knocking it. It is nicer to like touch something.
Yeah.
But people make way too big of a deal out of it. Way too big of a deal. But when you get people trying to like, it's just better to be like, dude, I just like the way it feels. It's better. But then they start getting into like, it's a safety thing. Like I can't be like taking my eye. Like
there's too many tasks.
Yeah. Like I have never like
stared.
I've never interacted with my physical HVAC controls without looking at them.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I know exactly.
I know my feel.
Still to fucking look at it.
I could do it blindfolded.
And like touch the fan. Yeah, like that whole argument of like, it's a safety.
I don't like to fool around with.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to be digging in these menus. Going 95 to get to the seat heaters. Or it's like, dude, you're not. It's like, it's not. I mean, I get it. Again,
meanwhile, like I'll like see like a cool car driving. I'm like picking up my phone, like camera. Let's see zoom.
I mean, I'm not proud of it, but I multiple times have ordered Chipotle on the app while driving. It's just horrendously.
At this point, that's just muscle memory, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty quick at it. But still, it's like, dude, just calm down. Like it's not like physical controls, the manufacturers.
People like I don't see why people do it, but like people like buy like a second screen. Have you seen that for Teslas?
No.
What do you mean?
It's literally just
it's like an Android tablet or something.
It's literally just like
it's like a portable thing?
It's just like a second like display. It's like I want it right in front. Like I want it in the traditional like a speedometer.
And you run like an app.
I'm not exactly sure like what it uses, but like it's fairly common. It's just like it does a second like people like listen.
It's an aftermarket thing or from Tesla?
No, it's just like
Tessie accessories.
It's just like a second screen, like center screen or whatever they call it. Like, driver screen or whatever.
Driver screen.
But it's like the speed is like right. It's like It's like as close as
It's
it can
never
get.
been in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
All that stuff is just like, oh, there it is. Like,
Yeah. It's just,
I didn't even really like.
I mean, you
watch
have
my
to
speed.
glance at, even if the cluster is directly in front of the steering wheel, you still have to glance down at it to see the speed. And now instead of that, you're just glance.
I'm just
down
so
into the
sensitive to people like talking shit about stuff that they had that they're just a consumer of.
yeah.
Like, I get Cybertruck is a very controversial vehicle,
Right.
But when people are just like, "Oh, this thing's like dead on arrival," or what,
So it's vaporware.
it's like, yeah, it's just like thousands and thousands of man hours went into this thing,
yeah.
and you're just like, "This dog, like they shouldn't."
It was just made to.
Here's how I would.
It was just made for Elon Musk's ego.
Here's how I'd run the company. Or
Yeah.
It's just like, God, this is the kind of stuff that makes me not use social media. You just end up
Did you hear about that big Tesla recall?
hating. Yeah.
Millions of every Tesla. had
Every
recalled.
Tesla recalled.
Yeah. It's like Wi-Fi thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
My dad just bought, as you guys know, like a Grand Highlander Toyota 2024, and it's like the hybrid max platinum, like the top of the line.
Is that a 4-cylinder hybrid?
4-cylinder turbo with an electric motor.
Oh, damn.
What's a Grand Highlander? Is it?
It's a Highlander with it's like 6 inches longer, and so like the third row has extra leg room. Like an adult can actually sit in the third row,
Or more cargo room, I guess, if you
or
put
more
the
cargo
seat
room.
down.
Yeah, if you put the seat down.
It's like a modern station.
But it's added
wagon.
to the third row only, pretty much.
Okay, so it's like a different model. It's like
It's a different model, but it's
like
the
the-
same
it's like the-
platform.
it's like
They
the
just
Grand
stretched
Cherokee
it
and the Grand
essentially, like
Cherokee L.
it's the L
Yeah.
version. Okay.
But and so he has like the heads up display, which I think this is the first car I've ever driven with a heads up display.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Did it blow your mind?
No, because I didn't even fucking realize. Like I was like,
You didn't
"Where
even
is it?"
notice it?
And then I was like, "Oh, there it is!" Like I didn't even notice it. And then as I'm driving it, I never even like paid attention to it once.
I don't like them. I like the Vet has one.
Yeah.
And that's granted, it's kind of an older system, but it's still the concept. It's like my eye still has to like focus on a different thing.
Yeah.
And that is just as much work as it is to
Glancing
like, look down
Yeah.
and like see the thing.
Yeah, it's probably also hard to just overcome the like 20 plus years experience I have driving a normal car without it. Like I don't know if you'd get used to it, but even
I think to me, I don't know, maybe
I've never heard of anyone say like, "Oh, I could never go back to not having."
No,
it."
exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah.
turn it off. I'm just like, I don't want to fucking have it in my view. But I feel like this is like this weird cheap thing I do where I'm just like, someday that will break.
better not use it.
Yeah, I'm just like Gizmo.
Yeah.
Like I don't want it. And I think the windshield is different.
Is it
Maybe I'm wrong there.
too many gizmos?
I think you need like a different windshield to reflect
Oh, really?
back onto you. I might be making that up. That might be the night vision thing from the Lexus. Damn. Night vision.
Jeep has night vision.
Does yours have it?
Yeah.
Do you ever use it?
Yeah.
Where is it? It's on the gauge cluster?
It like takes over the main screen in front of the driver.
But I guess something like that is designed for like a deer on a country
Yeah.
road. kind of thing.
One time it came in handy was I was driving up to like my dad's cousin's house, like up in the foothills above Sacramento. And so, yeah, it's like there's no street lights. It's just you're driving on like a windy road. And so it was nice to just switch it to that. And you can like totally see what's coming ahead
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. You could just kind of like, it's in the gauge cluster, right?
Yeah.
So you just kind of like catch stuff.
You
like,
could just
glancing
glance and
at it.
just see like what's coming up ahead and be like, okay, like a turn's coming up. Or,
Gizmos. Have you ever had a deer run out in front of you?
No, but-
one time when I was driving with my dad, like a long time ago,
Fucking sucks.
like it didn't, like it was just like, whoa, shit, there it goes. Like we
Yeah.
didn't hit it or anything.
Right.
Like it was fairly close to hitting it.
When I started like driving kind of longer distances, I was like, every once in a while I'll be like, oh, it sort of happened.
Yeah.
And then one time, I think it happens right at kind of sunset or a little after.
That was when we.
It's like that's when they're starting to like move
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
and it was like you really. It's like driving through a playground or something. It's like they are just like constantly. They're like squirrels.
Yeah.
They're very similar to squirrels.
Except they're like, fuck you.
Except they will like total your car.
yeah.
And it's just like they have no sense of like maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't dart in front of this thing
Yeah.
going so fast. Yeah.
And it sucks because it kind of ruins like mountain drive. You know, it's like usually like kind of a cool road.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
like, oh, but this
Yeah.
like
Giant.
600-pound squirrel will jump out at you.
It's unpredictable.
with
Yeah.
its like children or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot that we just don't have to deal with.
living
in Central California.
Central California, yeah.
It's like easy mode for a lot of that kind of like.
Yeah.
The best is I should have taken a picture of it. I was driving the other day and like the car next to me just had like the baldest fucking tires I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And like I'm like,
wild.
oh great. Like that's what we have to deal with when it rains is all the people that are used to it not raining, so they never replace their tires.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's been raining a lot. But rain sucks. Damn. Snow is much worse though.
Yeah, I would not like to live in snow.
I have very little experience driving with snow, so every time I do, I'm like, oh god, I'm going like 30 miles an hour slower than
Going off the road.
Yeah, or like ice and stuff.
This is when I lose it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh god, yeah. I'm fucking...
We'll have to take the Jeep up to like Shaver or something
Oh, yeah.
for that Nitto.
Oh yeah, I need to take those pictures.
But because like I'm part of the Facebook group, and everyone who lives in snow, they're like, this thing fucking dominates in snow.
Yeah.
Really?
I've never felt more safe in a car. I'm like, oh,
Oh, that's nice to hear.
got to try it out.
Good, got to prove them wrong.
With the right tires.
Show my
I guess.
sketch.
Yeah, that's even.
Yeah,
with,
I'll
like,
show you.
This car's
Yeah.
not safe. in
Yeah,
the
I'll show
snow.
you how bad I am at navigating. Yeah. This was also kind of cracking me up. Most of my stories just involve like bring a trailer. Just involves looking
Going back to the well.
Yeah, it just kind of involves like looking for stuff for sale. But it's I don't know if you ever noticed this. You'll like think of a car maybe, and it's nice sometimes to look on like the forum for that car to find it for sale, like the classified section of whatever
Street Kias.
Chally owners, yeah. And it feels like anytime you look, you're like 2 weeks late from like the deal of the century.
Oh yeah. Sold.
Yeah. There'll just be someone who's like selling my, like I was looking on the, I was actually looking for, I want to see if the Type R, not for any reason, but if they're going to change the front end because they refreshed all the other Civics.
The new one, you mean?
For 25.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, are they going to change? So I was on whatever, I don't even know what website it was. But
Civic X.
a forum dedicated to Civics. And I was like, oh, let me look in the classifieds to see, because it's also kind of like therapeutic to see how much people are asking, because forums are like, they're going to be asking maximum on the forums. It's like a circle jerk.
Yeah.
They're asking a bunch. And there was like a week-old thread where it was like, these guys have a white Type R at MSRP at this dealership or something. Like 10 days later, it was like, I got it. Or something.
Yeah.
It's mine.
And immediately, even though I wouldn't have bought it, I'm like, oh, I would have bought that. Damn it, a week late. Fuck. I would have flown out to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Spent $2,500.
Yeah, it's like ruining my day for something I never would have done. God, if I was just a week fucking. It was the same with a Supra, Mark V Supra.
Damn, dude.
They made them stick in yellow for, I think it's even less than a model year. Maybe they got a full model year out of it. But they don't sell them in yellow anymore, which I think is the best color. Damn. Like, I'm just kind of a yellow fan, but on that car, it's just very good. So stick in yellow. And I went in the classifieds and was like, hey, I bought this car.
Yeah.
It had like 600 miles. I was like, I don't think I'm going to keep it, but if anyone else wants it at MSRP, or like even maybe like a couple $100 less, it was like, here it is or something. Yeah. And obviously someone took it, but the comments were like, damn, this might have been like one of the last yellow sticks off the line or something. I was like, God, I would have bought that.
Sight unseen.
Only a week late.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
I like how
You start following the thread, like email notifications.
I've never been on that site since. And it was like, it like ruined my whole night.
I had it.
Nitro yellow. Could have been mine. I wasn't a week late.
I just like how all the dealers around here, at least, like they're still like, we go to Type R in like $65,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're just like they're like the
And they'll just sit on it.
yeah. I think they don't give a fuck.
They don't. Yeah. They'll like someone will come along.
Like I think they just like laugh you off. Even if you like made them like a reasonable offer, like okay, I'll give you like $3,000 over. Or something. Like,
nope. Yeah.
Do you know how special a Type R is?
Yeah. It's kind of funny you keep mentioning this, how Honda makes the thing this like really special kind of like maybe like even last of a whatever, just like, oh, awesome, they made it.
Just a bunch of guys in like Tochigi, like working late nights,
working
like
going for it.
How can we like maximize the grip from this front end?
Honda takes the L, offering it kind of cheap, like a reasonable price or whatever, and then the interface between you and that is
just like
Carlos
the scummiest
at Selma Honda Auto Mall.
And the even worse thing now is like this like started like in the last year or two. It's like they have their salesmen, or like well, obviously their salesmen are trying to get sales, so they're like they list the cars on like Facebook, but it'll be like, we got a Type R, like, you know, hit up your boy. Like,
I got it.
Oh yeah,
here it is.
We got another Type R, and it'll just be like some like girl, like she's like the receptionist.
Yeah, bunch of fucking emojis and like 100 emojis. Fire.
We got another Type R.
We got one. Come on in. Make some bad financial decisions.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a Honda employee. That's the worst part. It's not like, oh yeah, you know, they give us some leeway in how we want to advertise this. It's some just fucking nobody.
Third party.
Yeah.
Community college, 23-year-old.
I don't even think it's community college.
Working on fucking commission, just doing any shady fucking tactic. This is not even like, oh well, if you're slumming it, you go to these dealerships. This is a Honda dealership,
right?
This is as official.
Hit up your boy.
This is as official as the channel gets to purchase this car.
There's no way to not use that channel.
Yeah, that is the only channel, the most official channel, and it feels like you're at a fucking Boost Mobile, like fucking mall kiosk with this dude trying to give you.
I'm wearing a nice shirt.
Yeah,
I have a goatee.
Yeah, he's got like fidget spinners, and he's trying to get you to sit down for a 5-minute massage.
Yeah.
That's the interface. That's
that's how you actually
correct
take ownership.
Actual interface to buy
this
like special fucking car. It's such a mess.
Yeah,
it's fucking.
And then
awful.
they'll still add on like $800 for like low jack.
It's just
we have to sell the car.
I just saw something the other day about that.
package.
You know that like VW electric van.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It looks like an old
like
bus.
the Buzz or whatever. Like I just saw something. It was like VW like was asked about like dealer markup or something. They're saying like, they don't really have anything, and we frown against it or something. But it's like we
do not like that.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's just gonna like completely like VW is in such like shitty shape.
Please buy her.
Like, and it said like that thing has been like in the work like announced for like 7 years or something. Like
feels
it's
longer
fucking
than that.
ridiculous. Like that is probably the thing that pisses me off more than anything else about like today's auto industry.
Yeah,
like just like announcing.
Oh, it's coming.
Like imagine if that was in the 60s. Like you announce a car in 1960 and it comes out in like 1968. Like what the fuck is that? Like it's just like absurd.
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest problem is like that seems to be mostly an EV thing. Or that's the worst offender.
Yeah, I mean the NSX was kind of like that.
Well, I think that's true. I think the biggest problem is they had all these were announced in like 2019 or something. When like when like aluminum was cheap and the trajectory of lithium was like a 30-degree down slope, and it's just like we're gonna have like 18 new EVs, and they're all gonna be under 20 grand, and they're all gonna get 500 miles of range, and they're all gonna come out in 2023, and then a combination of the price of everything going at raw materials and labor and all that, and just them actually getting into the engineering of it.
Shit.
Yeah, and being like, fuck, we can't actually
make this
actually pull this shit off. Yeah. It's just made just across the board. It's like the freight train of reality is just hitting the EV market where it's like.
But I just love like on top of all of that, like after so many years, this thing's gonna like finally hit dealers. Like, all right, come on down. And I think like it's not gonna be cheap. I think those things are like 55 grand or 60 grand. Like the sticker price is like not affordable at all for those.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Come on down. We got one.
Yeah. Oh, we got one. Oh yeah. Come celebrate with us by fucking paying 15 grand into the general manager's pocket for him to go to Benihana. It's just total. It's like it's the market value. Yeah. That's what it is. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
But honestly, if there was ever a car that like deserved to like be sent off like that, it's not like that, which like is a cool idea, but just like been like completely fucked at like every stage.
Yeah.
It's gonna take way longer. It's gonna be way more
That's
expensive.
crazy. I feel like I've been seeing like finished looking prototypes of that like 4 years ago. Like it's
here it is.
We got the first drive.
We took it out.
Yeah, I don't know if they were just like this isn't good enough or I don't know, but it seems like a very EV thing. Like, I don't know. The dealership model, I mean, I don't know enough about the apparently there's like laws against.
Yeah, they have like a very strong lobby.
Yeah, but I don't even know what that would mean. Like there must actually. I don't know how Tesla.
But like
does it.
there's still ways around it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But that is one thing, going back to Tesla,
Tesla.
they just don't make anything that's limited. Like when the Model 3 Performance comes out, it'll just be like, get this one if you want.
Yeah, order it. Yeah.
It'll be here like next month. Order it now.
Yeah, just like buy it and you wait a month.
Yeah.
And then you get it.
Then you go pick it up.
You can buy it with like Apple Pay. and you just go get it. It's literally like a cell phone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like if you get a loan, it's just like send all your loan stuff here.
Yeah. And maybe at some point they'll start making more special stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of an interesting model where with Honda, like that's a whole separate like assembly line.
Yeah.
Like they can't meet demand.
Right.
And so I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess that car is just so kind of weird and special that not a lot of people would
very special
want it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's just such a fucked. I don't think it's ever gonna be.
The GR Corolla seems to have been like hitting. Like there's plenty of those to go around.
Yeah, I think they're getting close. Unless you want to. I don't know if the circuit is like that.
I think those are like a little bit harder to find.
Yeah. I think the Civic will probably never be. I think maybe toward the end.
Yeah.
You'll still have to do some work.
Yeah. But they're also like raising the MSRP the whole time too.
That's true. By the end, you'll be paying like $2,000 more anyways to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it is. I haven't driven one, but I'm sure it's like worth it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But you are still paying like 50 G's
for a Civic.
Fucking Civic, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
Think of that street cred, though.
It is a lot of street cred.
Once you get the street cred.
Yeah.
You said you were watching a bunch of Integra Type S videos.
Yeah, I mean,
but like,
that was one of the
are you
nights.
like running out of videos to like watch? Like that's how I got with when I was.
Do you watch Ratty's rides?
I was gonna say, like, do you just go down the rabbit hole and then you?
My favorite one
videos with like 1,000 views.
Yeah, no, never. I would not
some
get
guy.
that low.
Some guy to
You're not that
dealership.
desperate.
Okay, we're here with the Type S.
Yeah. I mean, some of them are like
you do a little walk around. There's the mufflers.
It really is when people are like, "What are some like good YouTubers?" and they post like the same 4 fucking names.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, there's not any like hidden ones. It's because for somebody to make for free content that isn't just dog shit is so it just like doesn't make any sense. It basically has to start as a passion project. Yeah. Because you have to get an audience to make any sort of money. Like there's no money behind this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the only people that make stuff that looks decent
Yeah.
are people who come out of the gate with some video making skills because there is no team.
Right.
You know, you have to have someone who like had a background in like video editing or something.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while I'll be like, oh, let me like try this. Like you can just tell by the thumbnail, this is going to fucking suck. This is just someone who's derivative of something that's already derivative.
Yeah.
And like, is it like they're just copying something that's not even that good to begin with?
I hate the whole like YouTube thumbnail formula.
Yeah,
like
so
it's
bad.
like, I mean, I get it. It works, but it's like
your face look surprised.
Exactly.
The sad thing about that is,
it's like you're just appealing to like room temps.
Well, the problem is like when you have kids, like that's or like the sad thing is like it's
see it working.
It's really not that much different than like what appeals to kids. It's like the same thing. It's like
it's basic.
It's like kids respond to this. And like
colorful lines.
Adults need to see the face.
Yeah.
They want to see the face.
Look at the face and the colors.
Yeah.
Strong.
Vlad,
big word.
Vlad plays.
Yeah.
Unboxing my new Spider-Man toy. It was like first drive in the Corolla. Big problems.
You won't believe.
Uncertain outcomes that you'll need to
Watch till the end.
Do I need to lemon law?
It's like, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking get a day job. You just look at these people. Anyways, the one that I like the most is the channel's called The Topher. And I think there are a few of these guys where it's just like
you don't even know what they look like, or maybe they don't like hide themselves, but they're
never on camera.
They are not part of
the
presentation.
It's a GoPro strapped to their head,
Yeah.
and I think it the formula kind of started with. Do you remember the Winding Road, which I think still exists?
Yeah,
that used to just be GoPro on the head,
first person
with the dual mics next to your ears or whatever, that like binaural whatever, really kind of
stereo mic,
really like high quality stereo mic. I think the mics might even be like the shape of human ears or something.
Yeah.
It's really designed to give you like good audio or whatever. And it was no commentary.
Yeah, just taking it for a drive.
Yeah, it was just like driving this car, and that kind of spawned some, they're called like POV YouTubers, and there are a few of them, where he is just, it's like, here's this guy talking about a car, and he's a pretty good driver, and his insights are fair and accurate, and he's pretty positive.
But he's also not like he's not
dumb.
He's not like fanboying.
Yeah,
oh my god, this is so sick,
so good. But there'll be a lot of stuff I'll watch where he's like, guys, this thing is really good. I'm really liking this thing, and it'll be a car that other people are like, the steering feel's not good on me. It's just like he's realistically positive. Where I find joy in almost any car.
Right.
To talk shit about a car because the steering is numb is so far out of the like galaxy of my experience.
Yeah.
Like I like to drive anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Like unless it's just truly bad.
Like I say, like I've gone to the track in like a few different cars. I've never been like, if only I just knew better what the front tires were telling me.
Brake pedal feel
like
just whatever it is what it is, and I'm just kind of fine with it. And I feel like he does a pretty good job of getting closer to that, where it's like, wow, this thing is like great. And like, maybe it's not the greatest sounding, but it's actually pretty good in here. He won't be like, oh, piped in audio, like automatic deal breaker kind of stuff.
Diff overheats.
Yeah. Where there's a lot of other people, I see how it's easy to get into the hang of. Every week I'm in a different car. And the easiest thing to do is to nitpick how it doesn't have as good of steering as like a GT3. If you're just going to objectively rate everything on a spectrum, that's actually like the fallback. Just compare everything to the best possible cars.
Right.
Yeah.
Where does this rank compared to the worst cars I've ever driven and the best cars I've ever driven? Which kind of gets old after a while because it's like, I can just tell you what it's probably going to feel like.
Yeah.
I can look at the interior and know that there's black plastic
plastic.
and comment on it. Like I don't need to hear that.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't need is any video you watch. The first 5 minutes is like, okay, we've got a 400 horsepower twin turbo. It's like
reading the specs.
Yeah, it's like
1.6 liter.
Yeah, it's like you are not the only video anybody's watching.
Let's pop the hood.
I've noticed that I've even gotten into this like with my work sometimes, where it's like you kind of want to find like you're trying to find like the voice, not the voice, like the perspective of like the reader. Yeah, and but it's like, am I supposed to talk like an expert here? Am I supposed to be like, if you didn't know the Civic Type R is like...
It comes from a long line of sporty coupes.
Right.
Does this live up to the hype of the Type R badge? Will this give enthusiasts
a 6-speed manual is your only option. Like your only
exactly. Which like I get, because otherwise for the people who don't know what they're talking about...
But I just wonder if that like casual viewer like even exists. I just like to kind of casually sit down and watch some YouTube videos.
I don't actually know anything about the Civic Type R. And I'm just going to read an article on my lunch break. That's it. So I feel like the Topher does a good job of calling out in kind of a human way of like, wow, like this is actually like fun or something, rather than like, oh, there's not a lot of steering. Like you'll even say that. I'd be like, I'm not really feeling a lot in the steering, but like, man, this feels like this is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this kind of stuff. Because that to me is way more what I'm looking for, is just like, I'm having a good time. Like this thing's pretty fun. Like I'm really enjoying this verse of like this interior language is not cohesive. It's like, I don't need your fucking
plastics
opinion
are harsh
on that. Like I don't know. I don't like that. But no, I when I run out of stuff, I just like find a different thing to look into. I'll let cars sort of rebuild for a while.
Get a new stack of content.
I'll just kind of like let that build up. Or you like think about a car you haven't, like, oh, is the like GS 430 from like, and then you there's just endless rabbit holes that you can get excited about, look into, and then for some reason decide there's like some deal, there's some deal breaker. 23 miles per gallon, never mind.
Oof, count me out. Premium only.
Too big to park. It's just like, that's kind of the path. It's like, oh, awesome. Or it either ends at like there's a deal breaker,
no sunroof,
or yeah, or like it's too expensive. It's basically either there's something wrong with this and I don't actually want it, or like, yep, I want it.
You start crunching the numbers.
Yeah, start doing the internal math. Can I afford a R35? That one's the worst. Just expensive cars.
Yeah.
Or like, I found the current R35. I don't know if they're going to.
Current one? You mean like the new
2024?
Yeah.
Because they updated the looks
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And now there's like a green and a purple.
Yeah.
Like it kind of feels like they're actually getting ready to like stop.
Yeah. In a few more years.
Yeah. Despite it
They're
running
starting
for
to think about
15 years, it feels like, okay, this is probably going to be the end.
We've wrung it dry.
Yeah. But
I think they're going to keep it going long enough where it becomes like a retro car.
yeah, they do like the 09 throwback edition. It's like retro of itself.
Yeah, someone's gonna be like, God, if Nissan just sold the R30, hey, we still sell it.
Yeah,
Like,
hey, by the way,
yeah,
it's actually
it never went away. Like
it's still there.
You can still go buy it.
Yeah, it's funny too when you see it parked next to other stuff. It's starting to look smaller. Like when it came out, it was like
massive.
massive,
Yeah.
big boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's aging well. That
Yeah.
car is actually aging quite well.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think they're like 120 new for like the premium, whatever, kind of like the one step up
Yeah.
version. And then the track one is like 190 or something stupid.
Yeah.
But they're pretty hard to find.
Yeah. You don't really see them driving around that much.
Yeah, I don't think they sell a lot of them.
You see more like right-hand drive Skylines driving around.
It's late
R35s.
stage, expensive car.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember? I mean, you remember when the NSX was still in production in like 04 or 05? I was like, yeah, still selling it, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it's still going for it. It was like 80 grand. And it was like,
Yeah. Imagine just buying it.
I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It was kind of outgunned, but they were still making it. That's kind of how it feels, where it's like,
Yeah.
it's still going, huh?
Yeah.
120 grand.
Yeah.
Like, okay. But anyways, I saw one for sale and I think it was under MSRP. It was in
new one-
Vegas,
a new
a
one?
white one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like 123 and MSRP is like 127. And I was like, could I? Maybe?
Let me see what if I move some stuff around.
Yeah, let me shuffle some accounts around and run some numbers. And then I'm just like, I'm pretty good at stopping myself.
Can I afford a $2,500 a month car payment?
Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, how is that? Because I'm already doing it. Like, put this thing away for 20 years.
Yeah.
And you'll break even on it. Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
I would just kind of on that note, I've been, when you look at cars for sale, I've been seeing a lot of the like second gen CTSV Cadillac, the supercharged ones,
The
like 09 to 13.
oh,
or
with
whatever.
the supercharged.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
And I kind of realized like there's this, like that car is just one example, but there's this kind of whole thing with like cars where it's like, if you're like a budget conscious enthusiast, like you really have to catch those cars at like the right time.
Yeah.
It's like they're like they start off new. And I was like, okay, they're very expensive. I can't afford this. And then like they start coming down. Like they'll come down at like varying degrees.
Yeah.
But you really have to catch it like right at that point before it gets.
Are those
like,
already going up?
No, they're not. I don't think they're going up. But it's like they're still like they're not cheap. Like they're still like maybe
the wagons have already.
the wagon.
Up.
They never made it up. But like.
It's kind of you're catching a falling knife. It's like where is
because it's
moment?
like because I think they're still like probably 25, 30 grand right now.
Yeah.
And then by this point, they're 13 years old.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, that's cheap, but like that's now a almost a 15-year-old car.
It's a bit of a liability.
And then so like it's just like what? Like it's just like just some point that like you can like kind of walk, but it's like this car is never really going to be like affordable.
Right. It's like if you want one, here's the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll get a little cheaper.
Yeah.
But then people start being like, these are actually awesome. You're like, fuck.
Yeah. Or like even I guess even like like an M3 is sort of like that too. It's like, okay, like I can't afford a new one. Like maybe, but it's like by the time I can afford it, like
the maintenance is going to be ridiculous.
It's just like all these kind of converging factors.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into
and
it.
Especially, and it's like, okay, and like now they're starting to be driven by people that like beat the living shit out of them.
So I got to find a clean one. There used to be a bunch of clean ones.
Yeah,
that one's funny. Like when you see a YouTube video for either of those cars, it'll be like Doug DeMuro looks at the CTSV or something like.
You mean like a current one or like an old
like now, like he does like throwback. This is why the CTSV changed the game.
Yeah.
And then the comments are like, great. Like, I was just about to. Or they'll be like, I was 6 months away from buying, or like, no, don't talk about it because I'm saving up to. No,
that was my hidden gem.
Yeah, it was my hidden gem. Like, no, I just need like 6 more months. So I was like, oh great. I was just like, no, you fucking weren't. You weren't gonna buy shit.
Do you know what's funny is I kind of do that about Japan, like
moving to Japan.
No, like in the last like 10 years, like the amount of like tourism in
Japan's
Japan,
done, bro.
but
Japan's whitewashed.
But did you ever go to Daikoku when we went? I don't know if you went, but it's like that like really famous like parking area, like just like in the middle of. I don't think you went. But
What's it famous for?
It's just like it's like
Tokyo Drift.
It's kind of like it's just like the big like meeting spot. It's like a public parking area.
I don't think so. I think I know what you're talking about though. People just kind of randomly. They just know that it's like.
Yeah, but it's like you can only get there off of the highway. You can't.
It's like under a highway, right?
It's on like a man-made island.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's like you can't go there without like driving in off the highway.
Okay.
It's like a highway rest stop basically. Sweet. But it's like gigantic.
But that highway is fun.
But anyways, like
cruise.
So like there's so much like tourism and people like going to Japan now that like in the last like few months there's been like a problem of like tourists like jumping the gates like from the outside to like get in.
Oh, okay.
And just like even when I was there last summer, it's like there's so many like tourists there. Like it's almost like it almost feels like unnatural in a way.
Yeah.
It's like it's supposed to be this like parking area where people like kind of hang out, but it's almost like it feels like a car show almost. Like sometimes there'll be like more people walking around than there actually are.
This is where you go to see.
It's like everyone has their phone.
It's on TripAdvisor.
Yeah. And there's people like offering like tours, like we'll pick you up at the station, and like so it's become like
give a shuttle ride.
Yeah, like it's become like a tourist destination almost.
Yeah. Damn.
And I was like kind of complaining about it to my wife. I was like, it's kind of annoying when you go like it's like it's so crowded and like people are. She's like you probably caused that because we used to always like write about like why Daikoku is like the coolest one.
Come to these coordinates.
She's like why do you think they're going there? It's because like
you wrote the article, bitch.
It's like, oh, damn it.
You showed it off.
I was like, damn it, you're right. It's not like I discovered it or
you
anything,
were the fucking Christopher Columbus
but
over
it's
here.
that kind of stuff.
Hidden
gem. People don't know about the CTSV.
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh, great! Now they're going to be.
Well, I guess it's sort of like when you used to go on your like photography trips and you would like share some picture that like looks kind of like peaceful.
And
be like, oh, like behind my back there's like
40 people.
Taking the same.
Yeah, that's like epic sunset.
Or it's like those hidden waterfalls and like those like you have to go through like an underwater cavern and then like now you go there and there's like 50,000 people.
And they're all taking the same like,
fucking
they're
photo.
all taking the same like TikTok.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is crazy because it'll be like, okay, I'm in, I don't know, Utah, whatever, like somewhere that's like scenic. I'm near Seattle, like cool photo spots and then
cool
like
spots for
Google
TikTok.
image. Yeah, it's like everything that's like kind of Instagram worthy, like a waterfall has just been found, and there's just like, here's how you get to it. And so it's just like you just go and like take the picture,
right?
That everyone like. There's not much of the country that's
undiscovered.
Like I'm sure there's tons of stuff. But, but it's like people. The internet has just changed a lot of that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, this is where you got to go if you want the best ribs, whatever. Yeah, man, that's funny. Shots fired.
You kind of sound like a Hawaii native where it's like locals only, bitch. Fighting people.
I mean, it's sort of like that. It's like I'm not like claiming credit or
this
anything,
beach is just, locals only.
It's just because it's like it used to be like their.
Yeah, it used to be like you were a part of. You were seeing this like secret little.
I mean, it wasn't even secret. It's like you could see that, but it's like you it's like you need to put in some legwork, like if you want to see this stuff. And now it's just like tour, like the Japan, like. Do you want to go on the tour? Like,
this is the gate you need to jump.
And it was all over like the regular news in Japan. Like people are sneaking in here because like it's a pretty like peaceful country. It's like foreigners are like causing a ruckus.
White foreigners,
all these skinny jeans,
no respect for our rules. It sucks. Yeah, it looked pretty popular. I think Japan is probably like tour destination number one for a certain kind of,
and especially like recently too. Like
Well, anime is getting like huge.
Yeah,
like,
that's
Japanese
what I mean. Like,
culture is,
people
like,
have always
flooding.
gone to Japan. Like, there's always been tourism there, but like in the last like
7
10
years.
like,
Well, such a big part of the culture of Japan is being an enthusiast,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
being a good one, like not like here.
Yeah.
Here it's more about projecting that
Yeah.
you're an enthusiast.
and it is like an extremely like easy place to visit. Like, it's
Yeah.
very safe.
But
Like,
if
it's easy to
if
get
you're
around.
into something that they're into,
Yeah.
they're gonna have really good versions of it.
Yeah.
And so going there to see
Right.
what they come up with it's going to draw in a lot of
Yeah,
people because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the nice,
Yeah.
their car shit
Right.
is insane.
Yeah.
You go to a custom car show, it's like, God, the average person building a car in Japan
Yeah.
is just like stomping on
They're just
our...
like they're all like whatever they're into. They're just like autistic for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like modified Civic. I remember like seeing like they'll try to like copy our trends,
Yeah.
but they'll do it
They'll do it like better,
way
like
so much
They'll
better.
do it like accidentally better.
Yeah, well, it's just like, oh no, you don't get that. Like poor people.
It needs to be shitty.
Yeah, this is too nice.
Yeah.
Like it's not supposed to be this
Yeah.
nice.
It's funny because like sometimes I look at like custom like die cast stuff. Like people do like custom Hot Wheels.
Oh, that's cool.
They'll like buy it,
They,
like,
make
but
their
it's like
own.
very common. Like, take it apart and like paint it. And
Oh, I thought you
wheels.
meant like casting their own.
I mean, well, I'll get to that in a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
But it's like custom Hot Wheels is very popular, like all over the world. Like,
Yeah.
you buy a car. Like I put like
Yeah,
metal
sure.
flake paint and changed the rims and like
Yeah.
lowered it.
Yeah.
And I found like these Japanese guys that are doing it, and they'll like, no, I changed like the JDM Odyssey to like the US version. Like they like take it up. He's like, no, I painted the like corner, like
You have to know exactly where to look to see the 1,200 hours I put in. The steering wheel's actual leather.
But like with like the other like I was like we did like a metal flake custom Supra,
Yeah,
like, wide
yeah.
body.
Yeah. Yeah, they're into like effort for the sake of effort.
Yeah, and there's like
And
I
then-
converted the Hot Wheels Civic Si to a Civic DX.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah, he's got like a jeweler's loop, and he's like,
I removed
he's
the
like-
air conditioner.
Yeah, he's like drawing the badge. It's like the size of a.
You'll notice the
bead.
check engine light is on.
Yeah. Yeah, the AC actually works. It blows cold. It's just everything. They're just so into,
Details.
Yeah.
but like excellence.
Yeah.
like that. Like your effort is sort of your signature,
right.
and to do a bad job is like a mark on yourself.
Yeah.
Where here it's like the image is
Right. That's
like I don't really give a shit
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it's about
Yeah.
looking. I mean, that's
Yeah.
stance is so American.
Mhm.
It's like just fucking slam it, dude. Who gives a shit? Heat those coils.
Yeah. Get it down. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to look correct.
Yeah.
Where if they did that, it'd be on some like fucking HKS $6,000
Yeah,
coilovers or something. Like it's just
Yeah.
different. But anyways, I mean, it is cool to see. I've only been there once. It's
Right.
like, yeah, this is
Like-
a whole
like, yeah, like,
community
yeah,
of people
yeah.
trying way harder.
Yeah.
A single person trying this hard would be like a star in America.
Yeah.
You'd be Magnus, whatever.
Yeah.
You'd be this like legendary tuner.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sweet. Okay, so this one is like kind of this one's kind of dumb. Actually, I don't think there's one more thing on here because we're on the topic of like like raising the price or whatever. Just one more, like, because I have the vet up for sale, even though I'm kind of not like bumping the ad anymore. Because I keep being like, I want a new car. I got to sell my car.
Kind of low key.
Yeah, and then I'll bump it. I'll be like, well, I don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
Like, don't actually come buy it. So I don't know. I'm very stuck. But when people will list a car for sale, and the comments that are like, oh, if you were, I'm not ready to buy for like 6 months or something. And it's a far enough date in the future where no, you're fucking
Yeah.
It's not like, dude, can you wait a week?
Yeah. I'm just,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for this check to clear. I just
Yeah.
sold a house
Yeah.
or something. It's like, oh, dude, you're just like,
Getting my bonus. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh, I'm not going to be ready to buy for like 8 months or or like,
There's no way that's gonna happen. Yeah.
yeah, it's like there's no fucking way you're going to buy anything. Or sometimes they'll get close enough where it'll be like, oh, dude, this is so close to what I'm looking for. And they're like, well, make me an offer. And it's like, oh, well, I'm actually not ready to
No,
buy.
no, no. I was just saying that.
I've got to move some money aund. And
Yeah.
like, I'll let you know if
Yeah.
you still have it in 18 months.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like, man, you don't fucking Shut up. Shut the hell up. Okay. One more. This one is
the one that I do, like if I just want to like casually inquire about it, usually like it's in person, like if I'm at like a swap meet or something and I see a car and there's like a guy sometimes it'll be like a car with a for sale sign but no price.
Yeah.
So like, how much are you asking for? And they'll say like whatever. Like, oh, okay. Like my brother said he might be looking for one, so I'll tell him.
Yeah, I do that one too.
You're just kind of like
for a friend.
Yeah. Oh no, my friend said he might.
My
be
friend's looking for this exact one, so it's useful for me to ask you about details.
I'm not sure what he thinks
without any.
I'm not sure about his.
I'm not the one with the money.
I don't know what they're worth or anything.
Yeah, I might haggle with you a bit. I might ask some detailed questions.
No, a friend of mine, he said he might be looking for one.
I might want to sit in it to tell him the level of quality. He lives in another city.
Yeah.
He goes to a different school. You don't know him. But he's always been interested in one.
No, you can't have his contact information.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you for quite a bit about it.
He's a serious buyer.
But he's very serious. Yeah. I was looking at the C8 Z06.
Yeah.
Which just kind of, a couple things are funny about that. I think we've said it already. Or maybe we predicted you're going to be able to get these at MSRP.
Yeah.
Like, if not now, soon.
It's a Corvette.
It's partly because it's a Corvette, and that's just how they go.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots still just fucking buy them, thinking they're going to like flip them immediately, which was valid for the first 6 months or whatever. But now it's like, it's a $130,000 Corvette.
Yeah.
That very wealthy people are not interested in.
Yeah.
Like, this is not ever going to have the kind of brand sort of cachet. And so it's priced where you've got to be well off, but have Corvette taste.
Yeah.
Basically. Which
it's like a Corvette ambition.
It's like a really, really nice pair of Levi's.
Yeah. It's overlap with the Demon 170.
Yes.
Or what it is.
Yeah.
It's like no one fucking wants one of these.
It's like it's like an incredible car for the price.
Yeah,
like everything about it, but like it would never attract like the kind of person that buys a Porsche GT3
because its whole point, even though it's over $100,000, is still extreme value. It's still like whoa! Can you believe what you're getting?
Literally
for
it's like literally the opposite of whatever Porsche is doing.
Where that one's
Porsche's
like,
whole existence is just like strivers.
Yeah,
I got the Cayman, whatever.
This is the GT4.
nice spec.
Nice
spec. Yeah, where this is like, do you want that but at less money? That's our whole point. And like, we can go after them for less. And so it's just never gonna there's just a huge group of people who are never gonna want it. And so you're starting to see the prices on them come down. Which is hilarious. Because the you'll see them for sale on the Corvette forums. And people will be like, here's my car or whatever. And it's always like 300 miles. Like fucking drove it and thought you were going to flip it. And then they'll put a price. And then like the first comment is always like, show us the window sticker. Like, what was MSRP? Just fucking show us the window. Stop trying to hide. But it was like, oh, well.
I feel like you talked about this last time.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Okay. Well, that's hilarious.
Well, the point stands.
Yeah, the point stands.
It's still hilarious.
It's worth bringing up. So anyways, the cars like that, though, are interesting because the people who buy them and immediately race them, when you look on the forums and it's the people actually tracking these things, who are just some of the most kind of egoless, you know, they're just like, oh, just like first time out on track in it. Like I had, 315 Hoosiers in the back and 295s in the front and like fresh pads that I like bedded. And it's just kind of this objective, like this thing is pretty good. Here's what it's like, but it's not like they're not trying to fluff it up. They just bought this thing to use it. They are the 1% of owners that Chevy kind of built it for,
but didn't market it to.
But no, and everyone sort of like thinks they are, but no one is. They're just like, yep, like I bought it to track it. Like which camber setting should I use? It's just very objective, and so it's this community of dorks like that. They're just straight up kind of, I wouldn't even say track rat, but just kind of they bought this thing.
And
they're not afraid to blow money on slicks. They're out there every weekend just kind of dialing it in, they're sort of on the edge of that, which is just really neat to see. And then over time, the forum devolves into the second owners and the strivers and whatever who are turning into like, this is the best, the people fluffing up the resale value. This is the best car ever. The C7 was garbage. The C8 Z is the best.
Yeah.
But I saw this graph, this is all building up to this graph that was posted on the C8 Z forum, and it's wheel torque at the wheel in each gear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of the C8 Z06, which is a 5.5 liter
something like that,
V8.
Yeah.
With like an 8,500 RPM red line. Very different from the C7 Z06,
Supercharged.
which was a 6.2, I want to say, the LT4.
Yeah.
Blown motor.
Yeah.
So very different philosophies. In gear wheel torque, almost identical.
Peak.
Dang.
Peak.
Yeah, well, like foot to the floor, whatever,
Okay,
max torque
per
speed in each gear.
Yeah.
C7Z to C8Z, almost identical, like extremely identical.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. Like,
Really?
like very different, completely different. I mean, they're both V8s, but it's like huge torque, low RPM, larger displacement, blown motor.
All do the same thing.
Yeah. Almost identical torque at each wheel. So it's kind of interesting.
Like
It's
the
like
gearing and everything's totally
I think it's like a 530 final drive in the C8Z.
Sounds about right.
It's crazy. Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat though. Someone, I guess this is in the thing. If John wants to put the image
graph.
up, it's like neck and
that'll
neck.
be the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's the this Excel. This Excel spreadsheet. I just thought that was kind of neat. But again, that's the type of people who are like posting about it now. Because he was talking about like, it was traction out of a corner.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a bit lower torque. You know, you're coming out mid-range, and so you can sort of get on it sooner, kind of thing.
Not just like overwhelming.
Like the driving characteristic. Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat, and something I wouldn't have expected. Yeah.
So now you're looking at a Z06.
Nah, well, I want
dabbling.
The thing I like to look at is what are they selling for?
Yeah.
Like these very
hard numbers.
Yeah, just like what are people asking? And I like to imagine. Okay, what are we at? Are we referring and finally?
Yeah, I think and finally.
Okay, so
the big game's on pretty soon.
And finally, that's right. We got to get ready for the big game. The mobile order for I'm thinking of Chipotle, but Cane's Chicken does this too. A lot of these places adopted mobile order, which was kind of a shit show, but now they're pretty dialed in.
Yeah.
Except Panda Express, still a mess.
Yes.
But it was like mobile order, and they did the
pickup,
shelves,
the pickup area,
like the
last
rack.
name, just like kind of the rack.
So like there's literally nothing stopping anyone from
just
like,
walking.
Yeah, it's just like go find your thing and grab it and whatever. And every place that was doing that
is no longer doing
the rack is still there for some reason.
Oh, really?
Like they just haven't gotten rid of it yet. But it's clearly people were just
now they just like hold them.
Yeah, you have to go up and ask.
Yeah.
You have to go up and ask,
and it's behind the counter.
It's like either people were stealing them, or people were just like too dumb to figure out.
Yeah, either way, it's not good.
Just one is just like nope. Like now you got to go up and ask. I just thought it was funny because Cane's the Cane's that opened near me isn't that old.
Yeah.
And it was like every time I'd go, you kind of like
it has the shelf like built in. It's not like an aftermarket looking thing.
I think they might have added it, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Because like do not use it anymore.
There's a KFC that was built like a year ago near my house and like built into the wall next to the register.
Like, this is going to be
it's like a pass-through window with shelves and it has like this big like LED sign with like LED bulbs around it that animate. It says like mobile order pickup.
Here.
And they don't use it anymore.
No, they don't fucking use any of that.
Little Caesars has some kind of like.
Oh yeah, like it's a lockbox. Yeah. It's like you get a code. It's like you walk up to a kiosk, like a touch screen, and you scan a QR code,
that makes sense.
and then like whatever door your order is in.
Yeah, you're in.
It's like Home Depot has the same thing.
Out of Star Trek.
Yeah, it's like a locker. Yeah,
that's probably where it's headed because apparently the honor system. And I remember seeing it. I was like, no fucking
the
way
honor
this
system
lasts.
doesn't work.
No way this is gonna last.
That'll be the title for this episode.
I think you could really go in there and be like Michael's pretty common.
Yeah,
right.
You'd be like, John.
Just go once a day.
And if they were like, I don't think so, you'd be like, oh, maybe I'm at the wrong one. Or is it, just hit up a few of them.
Yeah.
Order for John.
You'll get something.
Yeah, they'll be like, John A? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Got a phone number?
Okay, thanks. Like,
That's me.
They
Yeah.
don't need the thing or whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Enjoy the big game. Sorry, the big game.
Big game.
Big game.
Bro, I'm not.
Sounds
Cut that
super.
out. Cut
Yeah.
it. Cut it.
Bleep that.
Cut it.
Bleep that. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're doing well. And we will see you next time.
See you.
Bye-bye.